Welcome back, everybody, to another amazing episode of Daytime Two Guys, One Moop. Oh, and I just burped. I am El Fuzzo, and I'm joined, as always, by Brando Comics. We are doing shit a little bit differently this week and next week because scheduling. So we're only giving you 15-minute episodes for the next 2 weeks. Some of you might be happy. Some of you might not give a shit. At the end of the day, doesn't fucking matter. So, how are you today, sir?
I'm well. I slept in longer than I've slept in years, so
That's good.
kind
That
of
is
still got
great.
that. Yeah, I can't believe it. That was the first time I slept in that long. No joke, in fucking years. So
It's always nice when you hit that like we didn't well I can't remember what night it was. It was some night a couple days ago or something. Like I had a really bad headache, so I didn't end up getting on to game because we always game late at night. And dude, I woke up and I was like, I think this might be the first full night of sleep I've gotten in the better part of 10
I know
years.
it's wild, man.
I don't know how to handle myself right now. But yeah, dude, it's great when you finally get that sleep in,
Mm.
that deep sleep. But yeah, man,
Take it
so
deep, taking it deep.
taking it deep in the sleep aspect.
Oh yeah, that too, that too.
Oh, that's not what we were talking about?
Uh, I mean, you could go either way, I
I think
guess.
we got way too early about it. But yeah, man, I did want to talk to you a little bit about the news that dropped today from HBO Max and Cartoon Network and whatever. I guess they are doing a new Superman animated series and a new Batman animated series. And apparently, the Batman animated series, heavily involved, is the original animated man, Mr. Bruce Timm.
That's
And I
cool.
know, I know a lot of people are excited about it. I'm not sure really how I feel about it because, like, I have those big time nostalgia vibes for the original animated series. I don't know if you ever watched it like real
A little bit,
hardcore.
yeah. Not hardcore, but I definitely watched it.
I was a big hardcore watcher of that. And I'm not really sure, man. Like, I think we have this thing in our lives where we clamor for nostalgia.
Yeah, all big time, especially lately.
And then, like, when shit happens and it's not exactly the way that we want it to be, because it's not gonna be,
Yeah,
we tend
we
to
get
get
angry.
pissed. And I'm just
It's how
like,
people are, man.
well, yeah, but like I'm just of the ilk. Like just because the guy that was attached to the original show is attached to this show does not mean it's going to hit the same.
Of course not.
Like it doesn't mean that it's going to hit the same, man. Like you got all these people going nuts over Kevin Smith's Masters of the Universe series. And it's like I was never a big He-Man guy in the first place. I Skeletor, I liked Skeletor, but that was really about fucking it.
Yeah.
And it was just because of the voice. It was just funny to me.
Dolts, halfwits, bunglers.
But like everybody, you got your difference of opinions on, oh, it's fucking this, oh, Kevin Smith's writing it, oh, it's this, that, the other. It's like, dude, it's nostalgia shit. It's gonna go either way, and you're either gonna love it, you're gonna hate it. But like at the end of the day, maybe you'll get a new generation of kids into Batman and Superman.
It's true. I
Maybe
mean, we'll see.
I don't know, man. Like the nostalgia thing bugs the fuck out of me because like it just has for years. Because we clamor for all this shit. Like, dude, go back and watch some of that old shit that was so fucking great when you were a kid. It's really not that great. It's
I mean, I
really
guess it
not.
hits the feeling, but of like
It
the good
it
old days. But
does.
other than
Yeah,
that, yeah.
but dude, like go back and watch some of these like, dude, everybody still has that nostalgia for like the Charlie Brown Christmas special and Rudolph and Santa Claus is coming to town, dude. But like at the end of the day, if you remove your nostalgia goggles, that shit's whack as fuck.
That's so true.
Like
It's
it's
true.
not good. Like we
No,
watch Rudolph every year with the kid, and I'm every year I'm just like,
I fucking hate this.
I hate this so much.
Yeah, I agree. I never knew how much I hated like that like claymation style until I was older, and I was like, oh, this is so fucking awful.
Yeah.
Like, you
And,
know what I
like,
hate now that I thought was really cool back in the day? Remember, was it Celebrity Deathmatch? Oh my God, that shit is
dude,
fucking
it's
horrible.
so bad. It's so fucking bad. But we all loved it when we were growing up.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I'm just a firm believer in when it comes to animation and shit. Like the only thing that still really holds up for me is really old animation. It's all the hand drawn stuff. Like the hand drawn stuff still works for me. But like a lot of like when they got really weird and they started doing shows and cartoons like Reboot and they got real technical with Voltron and shit when they were like doing the CGI shit. I'm just like, dude, just draw the shit by hand.
Yeah.
It'll stay longer. I get that it's a longer process. I get it.
Way
It's
longer
really hard to
process.
do.
Absolutely.
But I think that's the things that made our old school animation so much better. Is that it was hand drawn. It was, it wasn't mass produced. But what
And
do
then they
I?
had like in comics too. They used to have all these like different hands,
Mm-hmm.
creative hands involved. You had, the pencil or the inker, color,
Yeah. But
artist.
but now it's all done on a fucking iPad, and
Yeah, Todd McFarlane can just do fucking everything on his own.
it's just like pip 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 pip. Look at that! I colored the whole fucking page.
Did you see the he did on I don't remember if it was a live or he did a video on his Instagram where he showed the difference between how long it would take to do a spawn, just one spawn page from start to finish on his own if he did the penciling, inking, coloring, everything. And then he did it on his like tablet,
Yeah,
and it was the difference between like an hour and a half for one page
in
to
like 4
fucking
days.
yeah. No, no,
Yeah.
no. It was like an hour and a half. I'm sorry, I said one page. It was like an hour and a half for like one solid panel of Spawn.
Okay. Yeah.
And he did it he did okay. Let me not fuck this story up. So he did one like panel, one top
Mm-hmm.
panel of Spawn, the
Right.
old-fashioned way, where he penciled it himself,
Yeah.
he inked it himself, and he colored it himself. And that
Okay.
shit, just one panel took like an hour and a half, and he did it like pretty quickly and sloppily. And he even said like this would never get past the editor. Like this would be,
Exactly.
oh, you need to redo this. And
Hmm.
then he did a flawless entire fucking 2 pages in like 20 minutes max.
Yeah. On a pad.
So
I think the other thing with that is though is that comes very odd to like the original art game because I've heard a lot of artists now are starting to do like when they do commissions, like there's some artists that are doing like all file based commissions.
yeah, that's really, I don't know how I feel about that.
I hate it. Like straight up. No, that's not that because and then you get into the argument of they sell the page to you, the
Mhm.
commission to you, and then say 5 years, you see your commission in a book. And it's like, wait a minute, I just paid you
Yeah, it's all.
$500. Well, and that's the other thing is the price.
Oh,
Like,
absolutely.
why in the fuck am I paying you $500 to $1,000 for a digital commission? Like,
That's the
that's
thing now,
insane.
though, man. Did you see some of these articles that I forgot? Some like, there's some artist that only does um, that, and he sells the file, and he sold something for like fucking some astronomical price, some Bitcoin like mogul,
Oh my
like
God.
millions of dollars, and
Yeah.
it's just a file. Like it looks
Yeah.
really cool. Don't get me wrong. It's digital. It's really cool, but
Yeah.
I'm
But
just laughing. I'm not laughing at that. I'm laughing at the sense that there's probably just like tens of thousands of people out there that used to put their stuff on what was it? What was that site that you could put all your digital stuff? Deviant Art.
Deviant art, yeah,
Yeah, all
it's
these
still
deviant
around.
artists. Yeah, all these
Yeah.
deviant artists are probably like, oh, I got made fun of so much for this shit back then, and I only got like two
Now,
likes on my work, and now look at this. This guy sold like a $70 million fucking file.
exactly, dude. I think that's fucking uncanny, man. But that's the digital age. And I really think as time progresses, that's going to become the norm.
I genuinely think, like in that story in particular, I wish I knew the specifics better. I just got the gist of it.
Right.
So some artist did a digital painting. Some super rich guy bought it for like $70 million or something astronomical like that.
Yeah.
Is that really an art collector, or is that just somebody flexing because they can afford a fucking $70 million art file?
I'm
That's
going to
just my
go.
dick's huge. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, dude, that's exactly what it is. Because, like, what? Okay, so you print it out. Guess what, bitch? It's now a print.
Yep.
Like, it's not original art, it's a print.
I don't know. I'll never be able to wrap my head around that. I know that there should be a market for it. It's really, really awesome. Like
Yeah,
if you go
no,
on
for
Fiverr
sure.
for stuff, you can definitely for
Hmm.
logos and for stuff like that, you buy somebody's digital art and then but dude,
Yeah.
we're talking about like millions and millions of dollars for like
Yeah, dude. And that's one of those things that I can also transition into the actually the food game, because there are people in the world that make meals that cost multiple thousands of dollars.
yeah.
And you're like, me personally, I'm just going to use me. Like, even if I was rich, like dumb rich, Bill Gates rich, like, would I drop $5,000 on a milkshake?
It's somebody told me once that was able to do that and they're extremely rich because I didn't say it in a dick way. I was like, oh man, I don't know. Like I just even if I had your money, I couldn't bring myself to spend that much. And he looked at me and he just said straight up, he's like, yeah, but you can't say that because you don't have my money.
I guess that's true.
And I was like, all right, touche.
I guess that's true. But, like, at the same time, I think that's like a one and done kind of thing. Like, you're like, yeah, I bought $100,000 pizza. What? And it tasted like $100,000 pizza, I
Yeah.
guess. But, like, me, I'm such a twat that I'm like, even if I was like a billionaire, dude, I'd still eat Domino's or some
Oh well, I
shithole
mean, yeah,
place up the
you eat what
road
you
and be
like.
like, this is great.
No, I feel you on that, but just I guess when you have the ability to not, you have fuck you money and you have the
Yeah.
ability to just spend it, I guess, which we neither one of us have. So
No.
I don't know. But my thing is this, what really irks me though is somebody with anybody, a lot of us do this, we're all guilty of this. We
Mhm.
will, as society, go
Okay.
out and drop money, hard-earned money, on like the Takashi 69 CD or his
Exactly.
we'll drop 25 $30 on that. They'll go and spend. And
Mhm.
yes, I just to clarify, I am shitting on this guy. In case everyone's like, "Oh, why are you shitting on him? He's a great art." Well, yeah, no, I'm shitting on him. He's a
Yeah.
fucking scumbag. Anyway, um well, people will drop tons of money on that, but
Yeah.
they'll walk past a musician who's on the street with their guitar
Yeah.
box open that's like fucking really awesome music with a phenomenal voice or drumming, and they won't even drop a fucking penny in that box.
That's true.
And I always found that humorous because it's like the I guess society as a whole needs something to be a trend or to be famous in order to give a shit about it.
Oh no, absolutely. 100%. 100%. No, that's
Am I
100%
making
true.
sense?
Yeah, no, you absolutely are, dude. Because that's the human thought process. And, like, I don't know if it's become a thought process because we as a society put so much faith in celebrity.
Yeah, I think that's what it is, man.
Because, like, I remember growing up as a kid when you had like Sally Struthers doing commercials for feeding kids in Ethiopia.
Yeah.
And, like, look, you're going to say whatever the fuck you want to say about me. I really don't give a shit at this point. We used to laugh at those fucking commercials, man. We used to laugh our asses off at those commercials. But nowadays, if you throw Robert Downey Jr. or Chris Pratt or whatever famous person doing the exact same thing, saying the exact same ridiculous spiel, people actually get behind it.
Yeah,
And it's
so
like,
odd.
did some, like, something obviously changed
Yeah.
to where celebrity became a hierarchy, like almost a monarchy, than what it used to be, where we're like, oh man, that's a movie star, oh man, that's a musician, they're like really, above me, I guess, because they do something and get paid high dollar for it. But now in the digital age, you have people that are no different than you and I that just stepped into a trend and became really, really good at it, and now all of a sudden they're multimillionaires.
Yeah, I
So
don't know.
I don't know.
That shit like that just, I guess, always goes around. I mean, we're willing to spend money on somebody that's already rich, but not willing to drop a
Not
dollar in the hat of an amazing musician on the street. As a
very
whole,
true.
a lot of us
But
do drop the dollar, but a lot of us
oh
don't.
yeah. But see, the other problem with that is, and I have been got by this a couple of times, so I can speak from actual experience. Um, there are people that live on the street that really do struggle, and there are musicians that are just out there trying to get you to hear their music. But there are scumbag humans that, whether it is they don't make enough money or they don't feel they make enough money, that found a wormhole and pretend to be something that they're not in order to get free money.
Yeah.
Like, I had a woman hit me up and sell me a pamphlet of paper on sign language once for $5 because she was deaf. My wife flipped out, flipped her shit, was like, that woman is not deaf. And I was like, man, I'm just trying to do the right thing and help out. Turns
Yeah, well,
out
because people
this
take
broad
advantage.
wasn't deaf.
They do
And
that
I
shit a
mean,
lot in Greece. Well, I mean, a lot of places of Europe, but
oh, really?
yeah, that's a big fucking scam. Yeah.
But see, and like that's the shitty thing, dude, is then you do see the homeless person on the street
Of
and
course.
you're scared because you're like, I do want to drop a dollar in your hat, man. I want to help you. But at
See,
the same time, I don't want to drop a dollar in your hat and then see you 2 days later driving around in a fucking BMW. Like,
that's
what?
why I spent a lot of money on homeless people. A
Yeah,
lot.
no, for sure.
Like, kind of an insane amount.
Right.
But this is what I do. My thing is this: is if somebody comes up to me and they ask me for a dollar or whatever because they're hungry, because I've been around this a lot, especially living in when I was living in New York City. You see it a lot. There's a lot of homeless people, and my thing is always is I won't give you a dollar, but I'll buy you food.
See, that's where I've become because, like, yeah, I'll go buy you a meal, but I'm not going to give you any money. Like,
Yeah, and it's funny because the reaction has been 50-50, I'd say. So if somebody
right.
came up to me and they say, "Pardon me, I'm starving, I'm hungry. Can you spare a dollar? Can you spare any change? Or like I'm really thirsty. Can you whatever?" And I will give them the option. I say, "I'm not going to give you money, but if you want right now, we'll walk into wherever I'm next to,
Mhm.
and I'll get you your meal." Oh, no, I'm good.
Okay.
50% is, "Oh yes, please, thank you so much," and the other
Mhm.
50% is, "Ah, no, I'm good."
Exactly.
So I give the option. If you're hungry, and I'll feed you. But
Yep, absolutely. Which is actually, since we're running short episodes this week, going to segue into our Amanda and Moop this week, which is, well, your Moop. I'm just doing a Moop this week, unless
all
you
right.
have an Amanda. Do you have an Amanda?
Uh, no, I guess not.
Okay. So this week's Moop, if you are one of those scumbag pieces of shit that fucking take money from people for no reason when someone offers to buy you a meal and shit like that, like, that dude, fuck you then.
Yep.
Like, you're a Moop. I'm sorry. Like, I hate the fact that like you just want to help people and you can't anymore. I hate that so much
Oh,
because like though sometimes we may come off as like assholes, because I mean some part of us, is.
mhm.
But like genuinely I try to do the right thing if possible. Like if I see a homeless person, I want to help you. If I see somebody struggling, I want to help you. But like if I offer that help and you don't really need that help, you're just doing it for some weird reason, go fuck yourself. And
Agreed.
and you're making it bad for everybody else.
Agreed, man.
So that's that.
Yep.
Sucks to suck.
Sure does always.
Buddy.